Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market. And today we have one of the best videos that you will watch on the stock market. So make sure you watch this full thing because you're definitely in for a surprise if you watch to the end. Now, before we get too far in this video, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor. So you'll see right here, limited time. Now you get 3 stocks for free for every person that wants to join Robinhood. So if you're not a part of Robinhood yet, and you live in the US and you want a second brokerage or a backup brokerage, Robinhood is very good for options, by the way. It makes option trading very simple. They have it down very good. And you can also buy fractional shares through Robinhood. Now, the other sponsor is Webull is also giving free stocks right now. So if you want to sign up for Robinhood or Webull, you get 2 stocks to 3 stocks absolutely free just by signing up. And Robinhood, I'm pretty sure you don't even have to put any money in, but Webull, they are asking for a $100 deposit. So you put in $100 and you wait for the free stocks to come, and then you can just withdraw your $100 if you really wanted to. So guys, I promised you a banger and an important video for today. If you don't know the topic at hand, it's compounding interest. And if you think you know it and you don't really know it, make sure you watch this full video, because I like to call compounding interest the 8th wonder of the world. It's the most important thing in investing. And you'll see right now in the past year, I have a 72% increase or a gain. But I'm going to show you why 20 to 30% are the magic numbers. Obviously, if you can get over that, but you want to at least get 20 to 30% per year. I'm going to show you right now why it's so important. So I know it's Saturday. I'm not going to drag on this video super long. I just want to show you guys the fundamentals of compounding interest. So current principal, let's say you have $10,000 just to your name, right? You have $10,000 in your account, and your annual addition, this means how much extra money or new money you can add every single year. So on top of the $10,000, let's say that we're adding $500 a month. That's going to be $6,000 a year if you add $500 a month. Now, years to grow is very important also. Let's say that we're at least going to have it sit there for 15 years, or we're going to be investing in the stock market for 15 years. Now, we'll play around with some of these numbers. So if you don't have $10,000, don't worry. We'll do another example with $1,000. Now, interest rate, we're going to put 30% per year, right? So this is actually, let's start out with 0%. So if you do 0%, what you'll see is in 15 years, you'll have $100,000. So basically what this means, if you start with $10,000 and you add $500 a month for 15 years, which is $6,000 a year, that means you'll actually put in $100 of your own money into the stock market over 15 years. Now check this out. If we get a 20% per year return on our money, that $100,000 that you put in the stock market is now $672,000. Wow. That's how you retire early, guys. All you need is $100,000 basically over the course of 15 years of getting, and then let's see if we get 30% per year. Wow, guys, look at the extreme difference between 20% and 30%. So that's why 30% is so important, because now you're getting 1.8 million just from that 10 extra percent. So remember, when we did 20% per year, you get 20% per year, you're retiring with, in 15 years, with $672,000. Now, remember, if you get 30%, you actually improve your skills, you invest a little bit in some courses, you learn a little bit, you get 30% a year, which is very achievable. That's what I've been getting for the last 4 years, by the way. You press calculate. This calculator, I want you to save it in your phone, MoneyChimp calculator, it's 1.8 million, guys. So remember, we started with 0%, $100,000. That's all you need to retire with 1.8 million. That's why investing in the stock market is so important. That's why so many people have contributed their success to the stock market, because over time, and that's why I tell you guys, you should always have a long-term mindset. You should always have a long-term mindset, is because if you develop that long-term mindset, you'll be able to retire earlier, right? So someone who's just saving money in their bank, they put $100,000 into their bank or under their pillowcase or, in their garage, in their shed, they are saving $100,000 in cash. If you just invested the same exact money over 15 years into the stock market and got a 30% increase, look at that, 1.8 million. So I know you guys should at least understand it. I'm trying to go through it a few times so you can understand it. You have four important factors here. Your current principal, which is how much money you currently have right now. For this example, we use $10,000. You have your annual addition of new money, which we put $6,000 a year, which is $500 a month. And if you're a college student, this might be a little bit harder for you, but if you're between the ages of at least 30 years old, this should be what you have now, at least $10,000, and you should be able to add $500 a month. If you can't add the $500 a month, you might want to look at your budget and see what you're spending money on, because whatever you're spending money on right now, whether it's coffee at Starbucks, video games, drinking like I always talk about, that's causing you to retire later in life, right? So you can retire with $1.8 million. All you need is $100,000. That's why I call this the eighth wonder of the world, because all you need is 15 years and $100,000, and you're retiring with 1.8. So let's do a little bit less. Let's say you're a little bit younger, you don't have that much. Let's say you only have $2,000, and let's say you can only add $200 a month. And let's say you can only add $200 a month, which is $2,400 per year. Now, with this example, you're going to need more time. So you're going to at least need 25 years. But let me show you how impressive this still is. Even if you're 20 years old, though, and this is what you're investing, you can retire at 45 years old. 20 years old right now plus 25 years to grow, you're 45 years old. Look at this. You only put in $62,000, right? You only have $2,000 to your name. You can only add $200 a month, which is $2,400 a year. But we're going to have that growing for 25 years. So the first thing we're going to do is put 20%. And look at that, guys. What the heck is going on? Are you kidding me right now? $1.5 million. If you're 20 years old right now and watching this, you can be 45 years old with $1.5 million. All you need is to invest $200 per month. $200 per month. If someone told you that, you would probably think they're absolutely crazy. But these are the numbers, guys. All right? You need 25 years to grow. That's the difference. Now, if we make this, the years to grow is actually a really, really big factor. And you'll see in a second. Because even if we just put 30, remember, 5 extra years. That's it. We're going to go from 1.5 to 3.8. So just from 5 extra years, 30 years instead of 25, it doubles. That's compounding interest. It grows so rapidly, so quickly when you're dealing with large numbers, because now you're getting, remember, 20%, you're getting 20% of $3.8 million every single year now instead of the $2,000. Remember, this all starts with $2,000, guys. In this example, all you need is $2,000. All you need is $200 per month, and you need that 20% per year. So what I have to tell you is do not downplay how important 20% a year is. Everyone's like, oh, I need 20% a day. I need 20% a month. If people were actually, let me show you guys something If people were actually getting 20% a day, like some people claim, or even 20% a month, let's just do 20% a month. Just show you how ridiculous this sounds. That means you would be getting about 300% per year. If you got 20% every single month, it would actually be 240% per year, right? That means if you use $200, you would have 47 million. And most people who claim they're getting 20% a month probably can at least put in $500 a month, and they probably have at least, 15,000. So that means that these guys, if they even just did it for 10, let's just say they were successful for just 5 years, and they were claiming they were getting like 300% a year, which is like 20, 30% a month. That means these people would have $23 million in 5 years. So it's unrealistic when people are saying they're getting 20, 30% a month. You know they're probably lying to you. If you get 70 or 100% a year, I think that's like the most realistic. And that doesn't happen. The thing is, that doesn't happen every single year. That happens during a bull market. So you can't expect that every single year. If you're a great investor, you know every year is not going to be a crazy year, 100%, 200% a year. So what you have to really take is 20% to 30% is what you really want to focus on per year. And if you do better than that, all right, fine, perfect. Like I did 70% this year. I did like between 70 and 100% this year. It's just fluctuating so much right now, so it's really hard to calculate, but it's between 70 and 100%. And my goal is about 20, 30% a year so I can retire faster. So I personally, if you're a big dog like me, I have about 50K in the market. Oop, I wish I had 500K in the market or 5 million. Let me fix that. So we have 50K in the market, probably actually closer to 60K because my Coinbase. So 60K in the market, and we're probably adding around 20,000 a year, somewhere in that ballpark, right? If I just keep this up, if I keep my 30% up for 10 years, I'm 26 right now. I can retire by 36 with 1.9 million. Does that sound so bad to you guys? No, it doesn't sound bad, So you have to have realistic expectations, and on top of realistic expectations, you also have to have a long-term mindset because the years to grow. So these four things here, these are the four pillars, and these are the most important things, the only things that matter in the stock market is how much money do you have right now, how much money can you continue to add per month or per year, and how many years are you going to have it grow, and how much percent can you get per year, right? That's how you figure out if you're going to be retiring early or if you're going to be working at Walmart until you're 60, 65. Because remember in our first example, the guy put $100,000 in his shed, and so we'll do the example again. So you start with 5,000, and you can add 500 a month, which I think majority of the people watching this can add between $200 and $500 a month. That should be your goal. If you can't add at least $200 a month, you need to look at your budget and see what's going on, or up your income and find a different job. So years to grow, let's go back to 20 years because come on, we can retire in 20 years. I'll be 46. I'll be 46 in 20 years. So I'll be happy with retiring at that age, 46. So remember, this is let's actually go down to 300. Let's go 200 a month again. Just because I want to show you, because I'm doing 200 a month, which is the lowest spectrum, basically, I want to show you that this is possible for anyone, basically. And you guys can do this on your own, too. It's just moneychimp.com, and then it'll say compound investment calculator. You can plug your own numbers in. I'm obsessed with this website, or this calculator, I should say. I used to come on here every single day and look at my calculations, check everything, play with the annual additions, see how much money I can add. Can I add 200, 500 a month? And my current principal and everything there too. So remember, you have $200 to add per month with this example. You have $5,000 now. And always start off with zero. So when it says interest rate, press zero, because this is how much money you're adding over 20 years. This is of your own money that's going out of your pocket. Only $53,000 you're adding, right? Now, if you get that 30%, that sweet 30% per year, which want you guys to understand how important and impressive and how high 30% actually is. Some people are spoiled and think 30% are supposed to happen every single month, no matter what, right? Not every single year. Are you 30% a year? Are you kidding me? I want 30% a month. So remember, this is 30% a year. It says annually right here. So even if we're just getting 30% a year, your $53,000 turns to 2.9 million. 2.9 million, guys. Are you kidding me? Just from adding $200 a month. I'll say it again, just from adding $200 a month, right? So this shows you why the stock market's so important. It shows you why 30% is so important. I mean, let me ask you this. Would you be happy with 2.9 million in 20 years from now? I mean, most people watching this video will probably be in their 40s or their 50s, and he can be retired on a yacht in Hawaii somewhere, the Cayman Islands, right? Just from 30%. So if you're not getting 30% a year by yourself, that's what professionals like me, I can easily get 30%. I smashed 70% this year. So that also gets me back to, if you're having a bad week or a down month, you really want to reframe your mindset and realize that this is a long-term game. It's, 20 years you need at least to grow. It's not really what matters, what's happening this week, next week, this month, next month. Most of the time, I don't even look at my portfolio throughout the day if it's gone up or down, just because I'm so focused on the long-term gain. I'm looking for 2.9 million here. I'm not looking for some small amount. And guys, this is only adding $200 a month. So, I mean, if you can't add $200 a month to the stock market, then I don't know what to tell you, because right now you're giving up on $2.9 million. You're basically kissing that $2.9 million goodbye. And you know what you're having instead of 2.9 million? 53,000. And that's all just because I put that to zero. Because if you're not an investor and you're just having money sitting in your mattress or your garage or even just in a bank account, most bank accounts pay 0.005%, right? Which is 1%. We'll say 1% in a savings account. You still have $53,000. So you kissed away 2.9 million and you're like, "Oh, I'll just have 53,000. 53,000 is fine with me. I'll retire with that." Because you don't want to invest in the stock market and you're scared of a little dip right now. So don't be scared of the dip. Have a long-term mindset. This video is here to tell you today how important it is, and it can change your life. This one video, just if you study the stock market, you decide to take it seriously, and you commit to 30% per year. So instead of zero, remember it was at zero, and that's what we press calculate, 53,000. If you move it to 30%, 2.9 million, guys. A cool 2.9 million, while everyone else who's in your family or your friends from high school who don't invest in the stock market are playing around and playing video games. They'll be working at Walmart when they're 55 years old, because look at this. They only have $53,000. You invested in the stock market. You became a professional. You got 30% per year. 20 years later, you have 2.9 million. And if you guys want to do this yourself or you don't believe me, it's actually simple math. It's not that hard to do. It's 30% a year, because what happens is once you get to bigger numbers, it's called compounding interest. I already told you guys, it's the eighth wonder of the world. It's how a lot of people get rich. Once you have big numbers like this, now you're getting 30% of 2.9 million. So if I put this for years to grow instead of 20 years, if we press this to 21 years, remember it's 1 year different. Look at that. Now it's 3.7 million. So that's why you really wanted to let it grow for as long as possible too, because the bigger numbers it gets, now you're getting a 30% of 5 million instead of 2.9 million. So if we put this to 1 extra year, now you're getting another 30% of that. So it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on. So that's why hedge funds have so much money, because they have such a large amount of money to play with. If they get a 30% gain on $10 billion, that's huge. It's huge for them. It's $3 billion right there. So guys, develop that long-term mindset. Invest for the long term. At least commit to 15 to 20 years. If you want to retire early, this is the way to do it. The stock market is here to stay. It's helped people retire early for a long time. And this should be your goal. This should be your setup right here. Take a screenshot right now. This is your goals. You need 5,000 in cash. You should make that a goal number 1, 5,000 in cash. Goal number 2, you should be at least adding $200 a month. I would be suggesting you should add $500 a month. That should be your real goal. But your at minimum goal should be $200 to $500 a month. And your next goal should be 20 years to goal. And your final goal should be 20 to 30% a year. Just those 4 simple things. That's it. Those 4 simple things will yield you $2.9 million and you'll be a happy camper. You can call me when you're rich somewhere on your yacht, and I'll love to hang out with you. We can fly to Cabo, whatever you guys want to do once we're millionaires and we are in that promised land. So smash a thumbs up on this video if this did change your mindset. Share this video with a friend because I think it can go viral, because a lot of people don't know about the compounding interest. It's a very, very simple math at the end of the day, but people don't realize the law of large numbers. Comment below how much money you're adding per month and when you are going to be retiring, and let's get some conversation going. And if you guys need help getting that 30% a year, because remember how important that is, make sure you reach out to me in the direct messages. I'm on Instagram. I am accepting only about 5 more people in my close friends list, and we're ending signups on Monday. So reach out to me if it's something that you do need help with. If your portfolio doesn't look like this and you need someone who's been in the stock market for a longer time to be your second pair of eyes, I show you exactly every single day what I invest in, how much money I put in the stock market, and when and where I'm putting it to. So guys, I'd love to help you out, and make sure you are subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.